We are headed to Stillwater Reservoir and the ponds beyond. Our plan is to paddle across the reservoir tonight and then head up to Clear Pond, Summit Pond, and maybe Summit Mountain and other ponds in between. We'll see how it goes, but that's our plan. We're almost there. I think we are about 25 minutes away from the boat launch, and we've got about 6 miles of unpaved road in between here and there. And yeah, it's a little bit rough, but it's a nice, pretty drive. We are in Stillwater. There's the reservoir. Shop says open. We're getting loaded up and almost ready to go. And in the background there is the ferry that's pushed by that little motorboat that's going to take all those vehicles across the reservoir. We have a little bit of a headwind here we're going to have to paddle into, but it's a nice evening. We're pulling 2 motorboats across on the ferry too. Kind of a cool spot. We got some buddies helping us out. Roy is launching, and we are headed across Stillwater Reservoir. Somewhere up in there, 5 miles away. Got a 5-mile paddle. It's 6:15 and we got to get on our way. It's windy. We're paddling into the wind, and it's a rough go. About 3/4 of the way to the lean-to. It's about 8:30 at night, and we are almost to the lean-to. Almost. The infamous trout pond. We made it. We made it to the trout pond lean-to. We got a little fire going. We're going to be cooking burgers here pretty soon. Got our hammocks set up. And so far no portages, so we got a little block of ice that their beers are sitting on. And it is a beautiful night. The wind has stopped, at least here it has, and living large. Breakfast is served. Getting ready for our first portage. It's about 3/4 of a mile to Salmon Lake. And hopefully catch some lunch there. We'll figure out what we're doing next. Alright, we just finished the carry to Witchhopple. The camp is right here, and put-in's going to be over here somewhere. Looks pretty so far. Correction, we are at Salmon Lake, not Witchhopple. So we're going to paddle across this and then portage on to Witchhopple and explore that area. probably after lunch. Beautiful day. What seems to be the holdup? I am plumb out of dynamite. Pardon? I am out of dynamite. All right, we are at Beaver Dam number 3. Right when we start running out of creek, they dam it up and we get more water to paddle. Another beaver dam. I guess it gives us a little bit more, but it's kind of a pain in the ass to go over. Just saw some moose poop and moose tracks in the mud back there, so who knows what we may see. Anybody need about 20 feet of rope? We have reached the end of the paddleable water, at least for a while, so we're going to maybe just portage up through the creek, see what happens. We're about 500 feet, 1,000 feet from Witchhopple, so don't really know. All right, we gave up on the creek. A lot of boulders and cobbles. It's hard to walk on, so we're now bushwhacking over to the trail. We're doing our best to. Should be somewhere close to here, hopefully. It'd be tough to get the boats back here. A little bit of bushwhacking here on the trail. Gotta go down yonder. Couple of fancy footworks. Back up the hill. Kick it into gear and go. Mama never said it'd be easy. We finished our portage from Salmon Lake, the creek there, the outlet, and a little bit of bushwhacking, got over to the trail, and we are now on Witchhopple Lake. Now we're crossing Witchhopple Lake and we're going to camp on the other side. There's another campsite apparently, and I don't know if you can see those rocks dead ahead, but that's where we're heading for, and once again we're paddling into the wind. Crazy weekend so far. Hopefully on the way out we're with the wind, but we will see. Beautiful day, my goodness. Beautiful day. Here's another view of Witchhopple Lake. Pretty cool mountains there on the right, just kind of saw-teething along. Roy and Sean are over there on the left fishing. We're just kind of hanging out and heading toward the campsite. Got a little duck family running along the bank. Paddling up to the campsite for tonight on Witchhopple Lake. That thing going. We are on a bushwhack from camp to Little Rock Pond. And we got a tree that grew around a rock. Wow. That's hot right there. It's old-fashioned time. What you making, Roy?
Camp bread.
All right. Maybe it needs a little bit more pumpkin beer.
Probably does.
What doesn't?
It is Friday morning, Witchhopple Lake. A little chilly last night, but very pretty this morning.
Looks like it's going to be another crappy day.
Yeah, I'm about sick of these kind of weather.
This loon wants to hang out with the cool kids over here on the east end.
We are all packed up at the north end of Witchhopple, and we're going to head over to the south end, or west end, I guess, of Witchhopple, and drop our gear off, and then do a day trip up to, hopefully we'll get to Clear Lake, Summit Lake, and maybe Crooked Lake is the goal for today. And then we will camp on the other side of Witchhopple tonight. Another beautiful day. Fish on. Another nice fish. Smallmouth. All right, we dropped our packs at this end of Witchhopple, and now we are heading to Clear Lake and points beyond. All right, we are portaging up to Clear Pond, and we're now going to cut our portage short, stop here at Mud Pond, and just get across this and then into Clear Pond. Save about a quarter mile or so carrying our boats. Not sure where they got the name Clear Pond or Mud Pond for this place. This is pretty. And this is the outlet of Clear Pond, so somewhere along here we're going to hop this Beaver Dam and be in Clear Pond. I'll try fishing here a little bit first.
Where are you going, laddie?
Going yonder.
Sounds like a good plan.
The record brook trout is right by for the moment.
One was jumping out there.
Made it to Clear Pond. are on it, and I don't know if you can see the bottom, but I'm about 12 or 13 feet of water right now, and you can see the bottom real easily. At the far end of the lake, and it's just amazing. A turquoise blue. It's just a different color. And I think I see a snapping turtle right ahead of me. It just woke him up. There he goes into the water. But looking down, you can see that's 15 feet down. Like in a big bowl right here. What a beautiful day. I'm looking straight down 15 feet deep. What's that? We are bushwhacking our way up to Summit Mountain from Clear Lake. It's a steep walk. Ran into a stone wall. So now we gotta get on top of it somehow. So we're off hike up. We're on top of Summit Mountain. Now just looking for an overlook. This is a slide. That's Clear Lake. Now heading down the mountain and heading over towards Summit Lake, which you can kind of see through the trees here. Just got to find a way down. It's not straight down. There's Summit Pond, and up over there is Crooked Lake. And if you peek through the trees there, that is Clear Lake. Wow. Ooh. Now what? I thought the same thing, but if you can get to this tree. There you go. Thought about that and didn't think I could pull it off. That's what I tried to do, but I tried it from over here.
Yeah, that wasn't that bad. There's a foothold somewhere.
I'm not seeing it.
Off to your left.
Yeah.
Looks like where I planted a foot.
You want a hand?
There's another dead tree I could grab on.
I would.
All right, with a gravity assist, we have made it to Summit Pond. Summit Pond.
No bees here. No bees here.
Back at Clear Lake, we're going to paddle across and check out the campsite and then start heading back towards Witchhopple. We are back on Witchhopple Lake where we're going to have camp tonight. Going to go out and catch some bass, hopefully, for dinner. And enjoy the rest of the evening. At the Witchhopple, what is it? What's the Two Pine campsite? It is beauty. Roy is making chili for dinner and some camp bread.
Thanks to Weston and Rach for making the chili. We're going to rehydrate that. And we're using Tessie's recipe for the bread. Looks like all the fancy restaurants in New York.
Looking forward to it.
Look at that, is right. So that's a sign of a good restaurant, warm
Yeah.
bread.
Break mine into two and put it around like that so I can get a picture. Put a spork in there.
Dinner is served.
I don't know if these are actually. I think that's a halal stuff. I didn't want to short anybody.
Making some old fashions with Tim. What are you adding in the old fashions?
Maraschino grapes.
Another nice Witchhopple bass. Lots of them in here. Decent size. Paddled across Witchhopple this morning and now we're going to work our way up to Beaver Dam Pond, hopefully. A little exploring. This is the outlet of Beaver Dam Pond into Witchhopple. Pretty sure we just heard a bobcat off in the woods. This is our quest for Beaver Dam Pond. last dam before Beaver Dam Pond. And Sean and Tim are already up there. That was rough. It was a rough trip. Fun. It's a big lake. Pretty shallow right here. Let's see how it gets. All right, we're back at the dam at Beaverdam Pond. We saw beaver, believe it or not, and some river otters, or otters. Caught some sunfish and some perch. That's about it, just little stuff. And I'm not paddling right now, but the wind is spinning me around in circles. It's got real windy all of a sudden, so I'm gonna deal with that on the way back, but that's all right.
You're going the wrong way. You're going upstream, north, where the moose are. How do you want your video? Sideways or? You want your video sideways, right?
Yeah, sideways. There's one up here, he might be able to run though.
Oh. Challenge accepted. What seems to be the holdup? It's the same dam. Uh-oh, he's trying to make the run it challenge right here. Let's go.
Somebody better run this. You know what? Hang on. You don't want to run it?
Any rocks in there?
You all right?
See any eagles flying?
Smooth. There's the portage back to the lean-to.
A lot of aluminum.
Well, that's for the potatoes. That's for the good of the order. There's the 3-stage fire. No, the cans are not in the picture, so. You can definitely hear the waterfall in the background. We got the low fire for the potatoes. The medium fire is coals for the steaks. The high fire is just for aesthetics and to keep us warm because it's gonna be down to like in the 50s. It's August, so we're not gonna freeze. What's everyone got to say?
This is the life for me.
7 days a week.
8 days a week. All right, we got dinner going. We got potatoes on the fire, and we're about to have steaks on the grill. I hear the sizzle. The sizzle. It is Saturday night at the Trout Pond Lean-To. Good and large.
Poker dude?
No, those steaks look horrible.
That looks disgusting.
All right, keep going. All right, steak dinner. Got baked potatoes and steak. We got centerpieces.
Oh my God.
We got red wine.
Grilled onions.
Grilled onions. That's what I'm talking about.
We got some bitters.
Got some bitters. And then we're going to give a little bit of sugar.
How about that hand sanitizer? That's probably high content.
After that.
Bam.
And we're going to get a little bit of rye.
Because why not?
Just a little bit.
Next, what's next?
Right.
A little bit of bourbon.
Bourbon.
And we're going to call this the Stillwater.
The Witchhopple Salmon Outlet Creek.
Stillwater.
Kablam. We done? Had some ice cubes in there. We're good to go.
It is Sunday morning. A little bit of drizzle, but kind of stopped now overnight. And got a little fire going, and we'll be heading for home.
Sounds like someone's cleaning.
What do we got here, Roy?
Happy birthday to me.